Morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Saturday, the 21st of August. Looking at Bitcoin against the US dollar and the hourly candlesticks bearish start to the morning, going to need to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 48,459 to take a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 52.71 and the 23.6% fib at 54.73. Going to need to see plenty of support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from yesterday's high. That was at 49,400. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and the 23.6% fib to cap any upside. In the event of another rally, should see Bitcoin target 53,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 51,212. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level of 47,518 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should stay clear of sub 46,000 levels. Second major support level is at 45,706. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a narrowing of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, so look out for a possible bearish cross there. On the EMAs, more significantly, however, the 50 is continuing to pull away from the 100 and the 200. That is suggesting further upside ahead. So key would be to avoid the pivot 48,459, break through yesterday's high 49,400 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will come into play. Moving across to Ethereum against US dollar, also a bearish start. Going to need to Ethereum avoid a fallback through the pivot at 3255 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 3332 and the 23.6% fib at 3369. We'll need plenty of support from the broader market for Ethereum to break back through to 3300 levels. So barring an extended rally on, they expect that 23.6% fib to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target 3,400 levels before any pullback. The second major resistance level sits at 3,376. Fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 3,210 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should stay clear of sub 3,100 levels. Second major support level at 3,134 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, we have a widening of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day. That's coming off the back of this morning's pullback. So look out for a further widening there that would support further downside ahead. More significantly, however, on the EMAs, the 50 has pulled away from the 100 and the 200. A further widening would support further upside. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 3255 and move through yesterday's high to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will come into play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, tracking the broader market. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid a fallback through the pivot at 181 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 187. Support from the broader market will be needed for Litecoin to break out from 185 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Litecoin target 195s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 191. Fall back through the pivot will bring the 23.6% fib at 178 and the first major support level at 177 to play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid sub 170s. Second major support level at 171 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD's got a bearish cross at the turn of the day that's coming off the back of this morning's pullback. So look out for a further widening of the bearish histograms that would pressure Litecoin. On the EMAs, however, that's still a bullish signal with the 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside through the day. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 181 and move through to 185 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that, support levels will come into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, it's a bearish start. Going to see Ripple's XRP move back through the pivot at 1.2515 to take a run at the first major resistance level, saying at 1.3027. Support from the broader market will be needed to break out from yesterday's high. There was a 1.28974. Barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.35s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.3410. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1.2133 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay clear of the 38.2% fib at 1.0659. Got the second major support level at 1.1621 to limit the downside. Looking at the MACD's widening of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, it's coming off the back of yesterday's late pullback and this morning's decline. So look out for a further widening there. On the EMAs, the 50 Has pulled away from the 100 and 200, though looks like it's beginning to flatten. So look out for direction there. So key would be to move back through the pivot at 1.2515 and through yesterday's high to bring resistance levels into play. Failing to do that, support levels will come into play.